to bypass those constraints. But all of this still had one potential vulnerability, and that is the eventual disclosure. Unless you change the rules about the secrets themselves. On April 2nd, 1982, Reagan signed Executive Order 12356, fundamentally transforming the way government documents and secrets are classified. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. I'm going to call it the secret system, SCRT. Make it easy for us to remember. The S stands for secrecy standards that were reversed. The default standard for documents became secrecy unless there was a compelling reason to declassify them. So before, this would have been reserved for documents like the Manhattan Project and other ultra secret things. Now they were being used on a broader scale. C, classification criteria was expanded. So you had vague categories like foreign policy that could justify classifying almost everything. The R, reclassification authorized. So documents that had already been declassified could be reclassified. Information that journalists had already reported on could be retroactively deemed secret again. And then the T, the timetables were eliminated. It used to be that there was automatic declassification time tables, and those were eliminated. So think about it like an expiration date on the milk. Once it got to a certain date, those documents would be declassified and the public would be able to see them. They did away with that, which is the reason why here in 2025, we still can't get access to documents from 1980 and 1981. And we have to file a Freedom of Information Act request that could take 10 years because that's the kind of backlog. So you're dealing with 50-year declassification schedules that didn't exist, but Reagan administration put that into place because they wanted to do more things and they didn't want to get busted for it and didn't want to get called out for it. That's in essence what happened. So this created this ideal ecosystem for a shadow presidency. Reagan issued over 280 national security decision directives. Compare that to Carter, who had done 63 national presidential directives. Unlike executive orders, which are published and subject to judicial review, the NSDDs are inherently secret. There's no public disclosure, there's no congressional approval, there's oftentimes no official oversight. So some, like NSDD 17, authorized the Contras. That eventually became infamous in the Iran-Contra affair. Others remain buried to this day, like NSDD 61, which we'll get into. Even the titles of some of these things are still classified, which is why you never hear these stories. Not because they didn't happen, but because they built a legal architecture to keep them hidden.